And they've got a lot of great ults to steal for him already, too, in this draft. And now we'll find out what that final jungle pick is going to be here. I don't think it's going to be Silas, so... All right, well, Jace? I think it's going to be Elise. The Fury has dropped massively in priority this week, specifically towards the middle of it as well. But does work well into Rumble. Can be pretty good into Azir as well, because you can just avoid the Emperor's Divide. They're going to opt for the Draven, but not with Renata. Felt like they needed a little bit more engage in this comp. Even though they have Azir and they have Xin Zhao, they opted to put Delight on his iconic Rakan. This lane can be extremely volatile when you look at how it plays out. If the Rakan just gets shut down, gets caught, on entry by a Cocoon and ends up taking a ton of damage, it's really hard to win those ensuing trades. You can't all in as easily with the Draven without the Renata bailout. So I think it's a good pick, and I think it's one of the only matchups with the Caitlyn and Ashe removed that you can kind of go toe-to-toe in.
To deal with the Kalista lane, we'll see how it goes as we are ready. Game number 1 is ready to go right now. Let's hop onto the Rift. Bottom lane, not much of a trade for Notion as Ju takes a massive chunk. I think that's also a matchup we haven't talked about too much is Ju into Viper. Like, Viper is a top class.
Marcus, you lost it. Alex.
Yeah, going in.
Conquer.
I mean, this guy is good. Like, he knows how to play Silas, especially. But yeah, he's pretty tall. Not that tall, actually.
Lehens has an opportunity, gets a cleanse.
Yeah, the cleanse comes out on the Cocoon, but Lehens is still going in. He's still going forward. He knows he has to repel, and Viper's getting low. Finally, the back comes out, but there it is. The first blood goes to Delight anyway. As he's in the bush, the knockup comes in, and a couple more axes get the job done. There was no escaping for Jiwoo, and it's just a 2v2 victory to Life Esports. Win 1v1 trades very hard. Uh-oh. Okay, he's not going to face check it, but the late is as the Cocoon comes down. This is Rakan, though. Big chunk of damage, so they'll get him out, but that does mean that they can't fight for the grub.
Yeah, and because Peanut was rotating up, they can't cross-map.
Uh-oh, there's the sweep. Zeka in a bit of trouble, goes back in. And doesn't use it himself, actually. Waits to use the Emperor's Divide.
I guess didn't have full vision on.
Oh, Flash comes in. Forces the Flash. Calyx really testing Zeka today.
Yeah, I thought for a moment he was worried about where Gideon was, but he actually had him tracked on the ward. As,
well, yeah, he's getting ulted here. And there you go. That's why you save your Emperor, Cal. Did look like he was just going to run back and do his romp, but yeah, eventually does begin it. And so they lose all 3 grubs, which Nongshin will be quite happy about, I'd say, especially with the Jace and mid lane that's going pretty well. But Life Esports do get this first Dragon. I said in the first series, Dragons
don't let him get those cash-ins. Don't let him get accelerated.
Oh, Delight. Here we go again. The max range Cocoon comes through, but it's still Rakan. Knockup goes in on the Lehens. There's the charm. They want to try to all in onto the Elise. Lehens very low, but the follow-up here from Viper a little bit slow. They're still going to use the Fate's Call, and Lehens goes back in. This is in a lot of danger, but they have the backup, and down goes Zeka. Will trade his life for it. But they give a kill over to Nefiri with that play. Nice nowadays, as they're going to fight for this one. Smite does come through from Peanut early. Calyx is in the thick of things. He's got the Xin Zhao ult. Meanwhile, Zeka once again isolated on the right side. He's just going to go down. But they do get the kill onto Calyx for trading mid laners. Look at Zeus finally showing up to the fight. He's just burning Ziu down. Goes extremely deep for that, though. Nearly loses his life to the doggies there at the end. And guess what? Kingen wasn't even a part of that fight, and still it was close.
Yeah, was very close. Almost able to turn these plays into really great successes.
Wow. He wanted the punish.
So
they're not real.
Jace, it could be real.
I mean, Kingen has Flash, but I don't know if he gets away from this one. As the follow Flash comes through from Zeka, it is very textbook. As he goes in and gets a kill. Zeka, he got bullied the whole game, and old brother Peanut comes in to help him out.
I mean, Hanwha had so much vision around the dragon, so they knew Nongshin were not there. They left, and Kingen was pushed up way too far on his own. Lens comes down here for a potential punish, but it's too late. So ultimately, Hanwha just get the dragon. They don't have to win the team fight. They don't have to wrestle Pryo away. They just watch Nongshin walk out. But in exchange, a Herald goes down, so if they go for the bottom turret with that Herald, its chances of survival are minimal. The mid and top turrets, though, are very healthy. There's not a ton of control. They could try to hard force here and look for a dive, but it's an Azir. with Emperor's Divide. Doesn't have any teammates yet as Delight isn't here. So they will actually successfully, knowing that bottom pressure was there, say, okay, there's not enough people here to stop this. Zeka respects Darkin dogs are known to levitate.
Well, he probably knows the name, and he'd be like, it's in the name, guys.
It's not levitation, actually, technically.
Yeah. She's actually dodging all the bullets, like Neo from the Matrix.
It's an extended jump. This is half of this turret gone, but the TP is committed.
Yeah, so Zeka says, goodbye, Peanut. It was nice knowing you. And that's going to be a shutdown given over to Kingen. Meanwhile, the chase is still on. We got some axes flying in.
Oh, no!
Snipe is perfect!
You can't just back it off. He walks even a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, look at Viper. He's like, I know where he is. I might as well check it. He's watching it.
잡았다.
316.
I got him. Get to play the game. I mean, you know, the Draven was the last pick, right? You don't often see the R5 AD carry, but into this comp, I feel like it's got a lot of ways to just chunk frontliners. As long as he dodges Jace poke,
Yeah.
he's still going to get healed up by the Rakan. You know, I feel like this Draven, as long as it gets off the ground, it's going to be so good in this game.
I mean, it's levitating, as we put it earlier. It's off the ground. And Calyx.
Dua Lipa. All right, let's go in. Oh, the engage from Delight is beautiful, and from the team as well. And Nongshim, they just abandoned ship. They're just like, nope. We cannot fight this.
Such a beautiful play from Delight. It denies any sort of follow-up from Nongshim. They're just completely zoned away at Lehens.
There he is, Repel again. He comes down. Very close. He was burning still.
Low-range comp outside of the Jace, right, which softens these players up, but he spent so much time in the side lane. Does have teleport, and because Nongshim are aware of this, I don't think Hanwha can actually commit. But because they're all here, they can just say, we'll take a turret instead.
Yeah, I don't think you can really try to turn this one around. Calyx standing under the turret by himself, already flashed, steals the Rakan ult just to survive, and has to flash as well. I mean, that's not... It's not what you want to see, although Peanut did have to flash as well, I guess.
Well, if you're a Nongshim fan, you're like, cool, successful, Otacon deny. But if you're a Hanwha fan, you're like,
is that the Cope angle? I mean, I guess.
If you're a Hanwha fan, you're like, well, 2 turrets and a kill.
Just keep going. I mean, they don't have an angle here at all. And there's nothing here either. Zeus is like, I'm just going to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Just going to get a nice little flank. Okay, well, now there's no TP. And Zeus gets a kill.
And a kill. And
but
looking for Jace to lead in, and then you follow up. It gets tougher. Now, if you have
I think they get this.
vision hole on the map, and you can start this Otacon quickly, you're going to force a response here. Still, not guaranteed. Viper's so far away, though.
Yeah.
Has his ult, at least.
Well, Zeus is going to find Calyx up 2 levels, and the rest of the team is just getting in onto Calyx so quickly. Kingen also getting incredibly low. Calyx is just out of the fight. He's not even part of this game. As in the rest of them go, Peanut lives for so long and gets the knock-up, dodges the shock blast, and it's a triple kill to Zeka. Penta angle coming on in, making a quadra. We're just going to get another Penta today. Zeka picks it up again.
Another Penta for the man. 7 kills on the Azir. Team fights across the board. Delight looking so good on this Rakan.
Yep, it's one of the picks you can't give him. They could just hit the Nexus, but instead they go for the fight, and Zeus dies.
제이스부터 여기 봐줘 제이스 프리코 위 다 묻혔고 제이스 계속 갈게 제이스 위에 봐줘 칼리 제이스 봐주면 좋고 나필 뛰었고 칼리 노플이야 제이스 노플 까먹자 칼리 노플 너네 펜타가 잡고 펜타왕인데? 펜타인데? 펜타? 이거밖에 없는데 못 끝내냐? 끝낼만해 끝낼만하지 않냐? 설거 있어. 가자. 내가 핑크를 여기 박아줄게. 끝낼 생각을 할 거면 확실해보자. 이 컬도 돌긴 해. 15초. 번영 슈가. 오? 펜타킬 2번인데? 10초. 드레이브는 피면 안 되고. 한라인만 미드 건드지 마. 웨이브 상황은 진짜 끝낼만 하다. 너무 좋아. 리컬 나 깔게. 2번째 타워에 철거 섞여있게. 나이스. 오케이. 이거로 세탁 살려줘. 끝낼게 일단. 끝내. 살려.
Yeah.
Because if you don't move, you know, sometimes you get got. Viper didn't end up even doing that much damage in this game. In that last fight, he basically ulted and did a decent amount of damage with it, but that was not really what the fight was about. It was about the front line. It was about Zeka cleaning up, getting a pentakill. Final one here. No longer a mystery where the Maokai is going.
Rel?
I think it's probably Rel. It's not Karma. Don't worry, Atlas.
Or Leona? Yeah.
Leona feels very safe with the setup they already have. It's super easy to set up for the Skarner or follow up for the Skarner. And if you hit somebody with a Solar Flare or you set up a Zenith Blade and then Jhin follows up, you know, that target is really going to struggle to get away. And I think it's very safe to play Jhin into Maokai because you're very rarely going to be in harm's way. It's a little bit tougher to play, though, the Jax and the Skarner, because if you get rooted, you know, your whole kit just doesn't work. And you can't actually get into melee range. You can't do your things. I think there's a lot of power in this Maokai. If you do the Anivia, we'll see.
Some real League of Legends tonight, Wolf. As we're getting ready for game number 2, looks like it is, in fact, ready. Let's hop onto the Rift. In this comp, I feel like it's perfect because you can fire stuff over a lot of the walls that Nongshim have, like the Anivia wall, the Maokai ult, without having to put your body straight in there. Like, if you think about Rel, you could be rooted up, you could be arrowed, you can be behind a wall, you might have to flash on in. And also, if you get hooked by Blitzcrank, I think you're even more tanky than a Rel could be.
It's like, well, saying this is kind of free is okay.
Yep, going in. I think he wanted Lehens there, but unfortunately, the end of the tether did go onto the Ashe.
Yeah, and Jiu's just not even interested in cleansing.
Yeah,
it's just gonna chill.
So Calix is not having a good time.
No.
I think Zeka is like, all right, now it's my turn. Danger nearby. They don't know. And Peanut is not here, as there you go, flash on in. Zeka in a lot of trouble, does flash on over to his Skarner, and Calix says, nope, I can't go in on that one. Peanut a little bit too scary, as guess what, Delight's here as well. Zeka in a bit of trouble, but he's just going to get a bit of damage, and actually he's totally fine. Gideon flashed down as he used it for the engage.
Gankers. Peanut was a little late, but not too late to save the play. Really nice flash engage from Gideon, but it did not quite have the damage. Zeka narrowly survives. We'll just TP back to lane. Kill does go over to the Skarner here.
We've been here already.
You know, you kind of feel like you've got it. It feels like it's a done deal. I think most people even watching that with Vision of Peanut would have felt the same way. Some wall shenanigans do ensue, but Zeus doesn't seem too peeved by the matchup. He's also a bit of a
here for the grubs as well.
Just in time.
So they get the smite, yes, but that means that Nongshim only get one. So Homolife Esports, they get the first blood. They're getting kind of everything Homolife in this case. And you see that Gideon just kind of has to back awkwardly. They get the first blood. They get
Dragon, which is more valuable as theirs as well. And Kingin is in trouble.
He doesn't really have a good way to get out of this one as the flash comes in, but guess what? Zeus has got his own, and, well, he's not quite in range. Now he's got his ult, so he's a lot more useful. I think he missed the cannon, and now he doesn't have his flash. Peanut is here. He is going to get the stun onto Peanut, and there's the ult, but eventually you just get hounded down by the Jax. Into the egg he goes, and you see Gideon's just doing the wolves. Like, nothing he can do.
He's too far away to even just stop them with the ult. I think that's why King so doesn't have his passive for the next potential exchange.
Well, Viper is going to go for the cleanse. Nice play from Lehens to go in with the flash first, but do they have the damage to finish him off? A couple more autos will do it, and Ziyu will get the kill, but he's dead. All of their main stuff has banned away. You see a lot of top laners struggling and trying to go for weird stuff like Yorick. And there's the Impale, the cleanse, not going to exactly work out. And guess who's here? It's Azo, the pull is fantastic, and then it's going to save him for just a moment, as eventually Peanut has to get the dirty work done.
That's a big Skarner. Zeus, again, he doesn't care about anything.
Yeah, clearly.
Doesn't have turret aggro, doesn't care.
Their face does not care at all. Calix has ult.
Too much for this. Just Hanwha looking super clean as Kingen.
Well, we're going to be flashing on in. Very nicely done by Delight to get in front of that hook. Not sure if it was on purpose, but Lehens is just stunned to death. As eventually he does go down, the Maokai ultimate holds him in place for a bit. Zeka in a bit of trouble. Calix desperately wants a kill. He'll get one, and immediately he's hounded on by the rest of Homolife as they do take him out. Peanut is just so tanky at this point, but he will be also taken down, as that is the bounty taken by Kingen. Nice little angle here, though, by Zeus, who, again, as we talked about, does not care about a single thing. Just going to jump on in. He's got backup, although Delight is going to miss. Now Zeus in an awkward spot, goes back in, gets the kill, and Gio just can't do anything, although Delight will have to pay for it with his life.
Man, Zeus at this point has just earned his right to have a blue side Jax ban. I remember his other play he had earlier this year where he just popped off of the team fight. A huge threat. Already going to be a side lane issue.
Oh boy.
He's the one who gets the kill.
Mountain Soul, when you're already playing Leona Skarner into Blitzcrank. Will the Hens do anything in this game? It's not his fault, it's just the Blitzcrank. Gideon tends to take a bunch of damage, but beats them into this fight as Delight is going back in. Doesn't care if he dies. Nobody on Hololive Esports cares about anything as they continue to go in. And it's going to be the cancel on the Jhin ult. Zeus, again, doesn't care, goes back, gonna take down the Hens. Kingen has to flash. And this Anivia just isn't doing anything just yet.
Oh, man.
Still waiting to finish his rod.
You've got your res, but you probably won't.
Oh, man. They don't need the XP.
No, they don't.
They're going to win the fight anyway. They're going back in onto Delight, who, again, is just tanking everything with his face. There is the hook, and, yeah, he will be taken down for it. But guess who got another kill? It's Zeus on his Jax, 5-0.
5 kills on this Jax now.
Punished? Nope.
Nope, no ult here for Gideon.
Good
And
read from Zeus.
He also, like, he didn't have flash. He flash rooted, and then the hook came through, and the King gets baby. But I can understand why there's a lot of respect being shown.
Well, they're going to take this 2v3, it looks like. Hololive Esports have decided the turret is not going down fast enough. Gideon takes a couple of turret shots, and he will be sacrificed. That's kill number 6. How many more will we get in this game? Let's count together.
Yeah, they banned the Akali that got 15 kills, but they forgot about the Jax.
Well, maybe number 7 coming in, guys. Say it all together. 7. Yay. We're counting together. Zeus, 7 kills.
Yep.
Still not 100 CS. Oh, there he goes.
Still waiting for Zeus' guest appearance on Sesame Street. I think he'd be a fantastic guest. He and the Count could hang out. As long as he's on the same team as... This is bold.
Well, is it? I mean, they're just bullying, man. Hololive are just a bunch of bullies.
Stressed out for some reason on the player cam. Like, he's been looking like that for the last few minutes.
Ooh, nice hook. Yeah, it was a nice hook. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. But there's no follow-up here. But he grabbed him.
Yeah, it was a nice hook.
It was a nice hook.
Yeah, nicely done. It didn't do anything.
No.
We do have a TP coming in, and they do want to fight for this one. Another hook on the Skarner. I mean, it's just not playable for the Blitzcrank right now. A bit of damage onto him from Jiwoo, but it's all going into Skarner again. Oh, nicely done by Kalix, though. Finds the angle on Azeka.
Zeus wasn't there.
Just got here. The follow-up on a Kalix. They punish him for trying to go in and assassinate the 2 tanks. And now Viper's flashing on in. It's just a massacre of the Jax flavor. Another one comes in, and that's going to be the end of the Anivia.
Let Zeus have it. Let him have it.
Zeus doesn't want it. He hit Legendary. It's enough. 8. Yeah.
I thought maybe...
Anivia has Rod of Ages, though. Really Jovi and Zeus that are kind of both trying to get that #1 spot in the LCK as the best player this season.
So you are a big Final Fantasy X enjoyer.
Yes.
Tidus or Titus?
I always called it Titus, but I think it is actually Titus.
I'm Team Tidus. All right, we're having a fight.
You and I, or the
Both!
Okay, well, they're going in. Delight is just, he only knows forward. He's only going forward. And he has died so many times in the weirdest ways.
Well,
4 deaths already.
I don't think that was the most ideal or opportunistic way. Otacon hasn't spawned yet, even though there are 25 kills in this game.
Turn it into the grub. Or just maybe almost die. Actually, just die. Yeah, Peanut's got the angle. Now, will Zeus get any other kills is what I'm curious about. As now, Viper hits 6, I believe. In goes Zeus into 3. Knows that he's got a lot of follow-up, but he goes down. 1,000 gold to Kalix. But Zeus is really just baiting them back into the fight here so that maybe his team can do the Otacon in 18 seconds. Kingen is dead, as they're all giving him thumbs up. I think they're really not happy that he picked Anivia into them.
Minute spawn on the dot. Otacon didn't come a little early. Well, this game is really done and dusted, though, isn't it, Valdez? Like, for just a second there, it looked like maybe they were going to turn it into a Gromp play, like you said.
Yeah.
Maybe they were going to get the Gromp. Maybe they were going to get something off of that Delight
Tanks
overextension.
was because Zeus peeled so well. Hence, in trouble. The Jin locks him down, and you've got a couple of tanks, and you see Nongsum are just running away from him. You're going to give that kill over to Viper, and going to miss that last shot. But it's number 7 for Viper, who says, I'm not out of this yet. And keep in mind, we got Peanut behind them as well at number 6.
Yeah.
We've got 8-7-6 on the kill feed.
I don't know if Zeka's getting 5 here. Not feeling good about it. Remember, I wanted Zeus to get 12. That was kind of my, like...
12 is your number now.
Yeah, that was my magic number for Zeus. Get away from me, ugly scorpion! He might actually be in trouble. He doesn't have flash.
Calyx is here. We got Lahen's here. Peanut in trouble. He's going to have to pay for his sins. Down he goes.
Peanut causes across his time.
Well, you're getting flanked, and Hamalife have found you again. The Delight is only going forward. He aims for Jiu, misses kind of pathetically, doesn't care. Zeus still super dead. The Zeus flank comes in, and Gideon is also going to go down. Just dodge the Jin bullet, I guess.
He got 1 kill there. The little was taken from him. So we're at 9.
He's getting close to 12. You guys,
what are you? What are we? Got him! Got him!
They got the look.
Worth, get out, Worth! Oh, get out!
Yeah, huge play by Nongsum here. Oh, ooh, Calyx.
I mean,
a little feisty.
I do appreciate. I mean, like Nongsum, there is no window back into this one, I don't think. But I mean, finding stragglers, finding people who are just kind of.
This is like, I dare you to hook me. My whole team's here. I got my squad with me. And Gideon's like, oh no, where's my squad? Somebody help me, please. And he's actually going to live with the help of his team. So there you go.
The Roots keep Hanwha at bay, but it's not going to stop them now from taking this Baron, or at least attempting to.
Well, they might just take Nongsum instead. Yeah. Jiu doesn't get to play the game. He's gone reverse legendary at this point. He's got 8 deaths. Lahenz goes down. Kingen gets pulled over his own wall. The worst feeling as an Anivia player. And there you go. It's 3 kills. We're looking for more. The Mikhails comes out, and he will survive. Man, I don't know about their base, though.
It does not feel like Baron just spawned. You know what I mean? I feel like we've watched 40 minutes of
team in the LCK.
Yeah,
they're a top 5 team, legitimately. and Hamalife are giving them the beating of a lifetime. Lahenz, he's pretty much dead, although he is going to get away for now.
I mean, the Ash Peel is real in this. Oh, get rocked.
The alley-oop. Get rocked. I like that. Who got the kill, though? Oh, it was Peanut.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, he's trying to catch up now, you know? We got the Red Bull Baron power play, by the way. As Gideon and Kingen will eventually be ran down here. Kill goes to Zeka, who believes he's still in the running for the kill play, as even Flash is going to be used. Number 9, number 10 actually for Viper. Who's taking the lead.
I think that's it too. I think that's 12 of the game.
12 assists.
Yeah, he is very large, very big, very in charge. That's a nice try.
Yeah. Can't do that to Aurora. Down goes the Nexus. That's a 2-0 from Hamalife. Everybody's got.
It's never spoken in any dialogue, so it's hard.
Yeah.
There's no proof that it's one way or the other, but it's definitely Tidus. Look at the damage here for the side of Nongsum. Pretty paltry, unfortunately. Just no control start to finish. The gold graph tells the whole story. And Hamalife, such a strong team right now. One of our big favorites. And we knew they were the favorites coming into this series, but I wasn't sure how much it would have felt like a walkover we were going to get. You know, this just felt like Nongsum.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POM interview translation, joined by Zeus on the side of Hamalife Esports. Congratulations. Thank you. Honor Life Esports just keeps getting stronger. You have secured your 5th consecutive victory. How do you feel? You know, alongside the consecutive victories, I think we're actually building up a lot of confidence, which is such a great momentum for our team. So I'm just really glad that we're able to continue this. And following your last match, you got another POM today, and you're already at 300 POM points, taking the sole second place. And you've been performing flawlessly and improving day by day. How do you look back? I feel like there are a lot of matches where it wouldn't be weird for any side to win. So I think I've just been really lucky so far. How modest of you. And in game 2, Kingin pulled Anivia out, which was a pocket pick, and it's something that you have played before as well. How was the matchup? Yeah, I mean, I did play Anivia, but it was during a different meta, so I really had no idea. It was very unexpected. And so in level 1, because Anivia took W first, he came to lane pretty late, and I just really tried to consider and come up with an idea of like how I'm going to win this lane. And you took Grasp against the ranged Anivia, so is proccing Grasp doable? You know, Jax usually does take Grasp of the Undying. And I just really thought that it would honestly be just as effective against Anivia, so I just went with it. This surely was the kind of detail that only you can pull off. Following yesterday, we got another pentakill today. Zeka is officially the second player to get pentakill of the 2025 LCK regular season. Yeah, Zeka did get the pentakill, and maybe it's just because there was a pentakill yesterday. Maybe there's some science behind him getting it today. Do you want to congratulate him? Congrats, I guess. And now that you secured your 5th win in a row, your next opponent for the 6th one will be OK Saving Spring Brion. What is your resolution? You know, I think every victory counts a lot, and I feel like it's just our chance to really be flawless and be prepared. So many fans are here for you, including actor Park Jung-min and caster Tangun. So, is there any word over to your loving fans? You know, Tangun, someone I have met during Loli Night. And as for actor Park Jung-min, I do personally really like him. So I'm really happy that they're here. And what about your fans? You know, of course, I love our fans. What are your thoughts on that fan sign? I like it. Yeah. On our way to the match, there was so much traffic, and I'm sure that you guys went through so much today. So thank you so much, fans, for all the support, as always. And that's the end of the interview with Zeus, and back to the space. Thank you.